Hi students, Namaskaram. Now we are discussing our 12th practical problem in the chapter Income from House Property. Mr. A has 4 houses, the municipal valuation of which are rupees 10,000, rupees 8,000, rupees 6,000 and rupees 6,000 respectively. He lives in first house. In the second house, he runs his business. 2/3 of third house is let out for rupees 400 per month and remaining portion was self-occupied. A loan was taken on 1st April 2015 for the construction of the fourth house, the construction of which began on 1st May 2015 and ended on 31st January 2018. The house was let out on 1st February 2018 at rupees 600 per month. For the previous year 2020-21, the interest paid by him in respect of the loan amounted to rupees 800 and for the previous years 2015-16 and 2016-17, the interest paid has been rupees 1,500 and rupees 1,400 respectively. Municipal taxes were assessed and paid at 10% of municipal valuation. Ascertain income from house property. This is the question and now we are entering into its solution. Mr. A has 4 houses. He lives in first house. Therefore, we have to assess the first house as self-occupied house. In the case of self-occupied house, its net annual value is taken as nil. From this net annual value, there is a deduction in respect of interest on loan. In this problem, for first house, there is no interest on loan. Therefore, interest on loan nil. Our answer, income from first house, self-occupied, nil. Second house, he runs his business. If the assessee is using his property for running his business or profession, that building is not covered under income from house property. Therefore, not to be considered while computing income from house property. 2/3 of third house is let out for rupees 400 per month and remaining portion was self-occupied. Third house, 2/3 portion let out, 1/3 portion self-occupied. In this problem, we considered the first house as self-occupied and we assessed the first house as it is self-occupied during the previous year and its net annual value was nil. Then no other house can be treated as self-occupied. Therefore, entire portion of third house is to be considered as it is let out. ഇവിടെ ഒന്നാമത്തെ വീട് ഫസ്റ്റ് ഹൗസ് സെൽഫ് ഓക്യുപ്പൈഡ് ആയിട്ട് എടുത്തു, അതിന്റെ നെറ്റ് ആനുവൽ വാല്യൂ നില്ലായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ അസസ് ചെയ്തു. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇനി മറ്റൊരു വീട് സെൽഫ് ഓക്യുപ്പൈഡ് എടുക്കാൻ സാധിക്കില്ല. ഇവിടെ തേർഡ് ഹൗസിന്റെ 1/3 പോർഷൻ സെൽഫ് ഓക്യുപ്പൈഡ് ആണ്. പക്ഷേ ആ പോർഷൻ സെൽഫ് ഓക്യുപ്പൈഡ് എടുക്കാൻ പാടില്ല, അത് വാടകയ്ക്ക് കൊടുത്തായിട്ട് കണക്കാക്കണം. ഡീംഡ് ടു ബി ലെറ്റ് ഔട്ട്. അപ്പോൾ തേർഡ് ഹൗസ് മുഴുവനായിട്ടും വാടകയ്ക്ക് കൊടുത്തായിട്ട് കണക്കാക്കി ടാക്സ് അടയ്ക്കണം. We consider the third house fully let out. Actually, only 2/3 portion of the house was let out, but we consider the remaining portion also let out. Computation income for house property of third house, gross annual value. For gross annual value, we are computing expected rental value. For expected rental value, we are given municipal valuation rupees 6,000. There is no fair rent, no standard rent. We are given only municipal value rupees 6,000. Therefore, this 6,000 being the expected rental value. Because actual rent, we are given the 2/3 portion of the house was let out for rupees 400 per month. Therefore, actual rent is equal to 400 for 12 months, rupees 4,800. A clause rupees 6,000, B clause rupees 4,800. A or B, whichever is higher, rupees 6,000. It is gross annual value. From this gross annual value, deduct municipal tax paid. We are given municipal taxes were assessed and paid at 10% of the municipal valuation. Therefore, municipal value 6,000 into 10%. Rupees 600 is the municipal tax paid. 600. Then unrealized rent. In this problem, there is no unrealized rent for third house. Deduct rupees 600 from 6,000. We get rupees 5,400. It is net annual value. Deduct various deductions under section 24. First, standard deduction in respect of repairs and collection charges. 30% of net annual value. 5,400 into 30%, 1,620. Then interest on loan. For third house, there is no interest on loan. Deduct 1,620, we get 3,780. It is the income from house property of third house. 3,780. A loan was taken on 1st April 2015 for the construction of fourth house. The construction of which began on 1st May 2015 and ended on 31st January 2018. The house was let out on 1st February 2018 at rupees 600 per month. The fourth house fully let out for rupees 600 per month. Fourth house let out for 12 months. Fourth house gross annual value. First, expected rental value. For expected rental value, we have municipal valuation rupees 6,000. Expected rental value 6,000. B clause actual rent. We are given the house was let out on 1st February 2018 at rupees 600 per month. Therefore, actual rent 600 for 12 months, rupees 7,200. A or B, which is higher? 7,200. Less municipal tax paid. It is 10% of the municipal value. Municipal value 6,000 into 10%, rupees 600. Then unrealized rent. In this problem, there is no unrealized rent. Deduct rupees 600, we get rupees 6,600. It is net annual value. Deduct various deductions under section 24. First, standard deduction, repairs and collection charges, 6,600 into 30%, 1,980. Then interest on loan. A loan was taken on 1st April 2015. It is the date of taking loan. The construction began on 1st May 2015 and ended on 31st January 2018. It is the date of construction completed. Date of taking loan 1st April 2015. Date of construction completed 31st January 2018. There were loan before the construction completed. Therefore, there is interest prior to construction. 2017-18 എന്ന വർഷത്തിലാണ് കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതായത് 31st January 2018. ലോൺ എടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത് 1st April 2015. കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്ത വർഷം 2017-18. അതിനു മുൻപ് തന്നെ ലോൺ എടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഫോർത്ത് ഹൗസിന് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് പ്രയർ ടു കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ അഥവാ പ്രീ കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. Computation of interest on loan. We know interest on loan comprises two parts. First, interest for the previous year. We are given for the previous year 2020-21. The interest paid by him is rupees 800. Therefore, interest for the previous year rupees 800. Then interest prior to construction. In the problem, we are given date of construction completed 31st January 2018. That is, in the previous year 2017-18. കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് 2017-18 എന്ന പ്രീവിയസ് ഇയറിൽ. 2017-18 മുൻപുള്ള പലിശയാണ് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് പ്രയർ ടു കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ. ഹിയർ വി ആർ ഗിവൺ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് ഫോർ ദി പ്രീവിയസ് ഇയേഴ്സ് 2015-16 and 16-17. That is the previous year before the construction completed. Rupees 1,500 and rupees 1,400 respectively. These are interest prior to construction. 2017-18 എന്ന വർഷത്തിൽ കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നു. അതിനു മുൻപുള്ള 2015-16 16-17 പലിശ തന്നിരിക്കുന്നു 1500 1400. ഇതാണ് പ്രീ കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ്. 1,500 plus 1,400 2,900. We are directly given. The pre-construction interest is allowed as deduction in 5 equal annual installments. Therefore, 2,900 into 1 by 5. 580. Total interest 1,380. Interest on loan 1,380. Deduct these two deductions, we get 3,240. It is the income from house property of fourth house. We are computing total income from house property. First house self-occupied nil. Third house 2/3 let out and 1/3 self-occupied 3,780. Fourth house let out 3,240. Total income from house property 7,020. So thank you.